Hello, everybody. So sorry, no introduction today, no intro video. But Foodie Beauty is on a live right now and she's raging. And normally when she rages, she dirty deletes. So I want to capture this as quickly as possible. I don't know how long she'll be on. I don't know what she's going to say, but I was informed that she's raging. So we're going to capture it all now. So let me just go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see and hear everything. Again, sorry for no nice intro video, but you never know with Foodie. You never know. So let's get to, shall we?
Okay. Mm. That's better. Hello, T-Bone, Edward. That's so Tanya, Lynn. Hey, guys. What is up? Flop, Gemini. Hold on. I'm just getting stuff out of the fridge.
Why do you have to turn the camera away to get stuff out of the fridge? That looks very sus, Foodie. Unless you've got no pants on again.
What else do I need? That's it. Ketchup.
I don't know why she is in such a bad mood this morning. Although I can guess why. When she does the powder, she gets on a high for a night or two, and then she has her mood crash. She's always in a foul mood a couple of days later.
Mayo. All right. You got a new member icon? Nice. Love that for you too. Hey, Vicky. Finally, thank you, Mama Chantal. I'm like, ugh. You know what? I'm tired of seeing so many people talking about my cats. Like, it's so annoying. Anyways.
So that's a reason to rage. You know, for someone who loves their cats so very much, who's so concerned about them, you're more mad about people being concerned than the fact that you have to move and leave them behind. You know, Miss, I'm a cat lover, I'm a cat mama. Let's be real, Chantal. Let's be real for a second. You don't care about those cats. You're just annoyed because people in your audience care about the cats. And like any normal person who's concerned about something, they're going to ask questions. If you want my honest opinion, y'all, and I wish that I were wrong, but I just had this awful feeling that Chantal is not going to rehome the cat. She's going to do something far worse, but she's going to tell everybody she's going to rehome them just to get out of more backlash.
Will there be any twists? About, our season 2, yeah, or people need anything to react to. They cannot come up with any original content. So they have to literally be like, her vlogs are going to be so boring. Well, guess what? You don't have to watch them. Literally, we're going out as a couple. I mean, we're not boning on camera, so I don't know if that's too robotic for you, but the focus is on the vlogging, not on our relationship, okay? We go out and do things in Kuwait, inshallah, around the world. We've done so many things, and all people have to say is caged animals. We're responsible for animals being caged. If nobody caged animals, they would be running around free and in worse danger. So cut it out with that. Who cares? Seriously.
By the way, Foodie, I just think it's awfully weird that you're referring to your marriage as a season. You do realize that seasons change, right? That seasons don't last very long.
We're not responsible for that. There will be more zoos, all right? So get over it. Don't watch those videos. Thank you. I don't care, Lynn, what you have for lunch. Hey, Sam B. Good for you if you have bacon for lunch. What do you want me to do then? So.
She's talking this way to her own VIBs. People that paid the membership and they paid the extra $5 for what reason, I do not know, but they did. This is the way she's talking to her VIPs. Why do you guys put up with this crap? Seriously, she's incredibly rude. She's inconsiderate. She lies. Why do you put up with it?
The Pomeranians. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna cook this chicken on the same sheet as Jack. What loser's saying is boring, yet watch every video and discuss it for hours. They're obsessed. Right? Like, Jack, make it make sense. And these are adults or what? Remember?
And you're obsessed with the reaction channels. Obviously, you are because you're always commenting about other people's views, other people's videos, other people's live streams. You're lurking around the chats, you're lurking around the comment sections. That's where you are. That's what you do with your time. So before you come at us and say that we're obsessed, no, ma'am, you're obsessed. You're obsessed with doing these ridiculous storylines and lying to people and then running around on the internet to see if anybody believes you. Here, let me save you the trouble. Nobody believes you.
For 14 months. Ready, set, bees. Loyalty beezer are mad at you because of zoos. Literally, there's like so many vlogs about zoos. Like, we're trying to do positive content and people just crap on it. Like, don't watch it then. What's your problem? Like, if you watch it, you're a fan, period. I don't get it. You eat chicken every day? No. Almost every day? Yeah. I love chicken. It's like there's limited things to eat. I don't know. So I'm actually going to make...
There's not limited things to eat. It's just that you buy groceries and you eat them all in one day. That's the problem. If I bought $400 in groceries, that would last me a good month and a half. You, maybe a day or two.
Scores in the chicken. Anyways, of course, because I'm Foodie Beauty, so anything like when I open my YouTube home, even though I write not interested, I still see stupid thumbnails of people.
And that's because you seek them out.
And for example, a thumbnail from Sarah Jane. Are you kidding me, Sarah Jane, saying that Amber Lynn and I are, why are we failing at our weight loss? You sit behind the camera, you're 500 pounds.
Pardon me? Pardon me. Not someone who's basically 500 pounds trying to fat shame somebody who also may or may not be 500 pounds. Not you just saying that. Not you. When you're close to 500 or over 500, Foodie. Not you over there having to buy new clothes because the clothes you have at home don't fit. Not you at all. Also not you using filters to such a ridiculous degree that you don't even look like the same person.
So you...
By the way, I don't know how much Sarah Jane weighs. It's not my business and I don't care. But if she's looking at Sarah Jane's thumbnail, she just told on herself. She sought out this person's channel and is watching them like a hawk. For what reason?
need to check yourself.
No, you need to check yourself, ma'am. You need to check yourself. And I think another reason why you're in such a foul mood is because you have to watch your money and you can't sit there and spend it foolishly on whatever you want.
Immediately. Hi, Blacks! Oh, hi, PNV. Girl, you see us just shut down Chinese spy balloon? No. All these people are delusional that comment hate because it's like, why are you watching? Exactly.
Why are you watching us? We could give you the same question. People, you say to us, why are we watching you? Well, why are you watching us? We're irrelevant, right? Well, if we're irrelevant, if we're nothing and we're worthless, why do you watch us so closely? To see what we're going to say about you.
Hey, Missy. I know I don't look very good right now, but I don't care. We can't look hot and done up all the time, okay? Can you tofu bees? Yeah, I love tofu, actually. I just don't like quinoa that much. Actually,
You love tofu, but why don't you ever eat it? You weren't eating tofu last night, Miss Big Bowl of Cheese.
aunt put quinoa in her salad. It was good. It had feta cheese. People want you to self-destruct for their own amusement. It's so strange. Like, you need to get therapy. You tell me I need therapy? Sarah Jane Rage.
Hold the phone on that. So we want her to self-destruct. That's what she's trying to say. We want her to self-destruct. No, she wants to self-destruct. She's the one over there destroying herself inside and out. We have nothing to do with that. If she wanted to take control of her life, she easily could. She doesn't have to go to Kuwait to fix her life. She can do it right in Canada. But Foodie's always been that person that she will escape from her problems and run from her problems rather than deal with them. She's got lots of issues, but she runs from the issues, and so the issues remain. And as far as the reactors being hateful, no, we're just truthful. The only person that can help Foodie is herself. There's lots of people that have said things on live stream and in the comments section and in her own chat, people that have tried to help her and give her advice. She don't want to hear it. So with a person like this that is not ready for help, does not want the help, what can you do? What can you do? There's nothing you can do.
Stop fat shaming. Like what the? Especially if you're fat. If you're my size or fatter or even fat, overweight, even thin. Stop. Yeah, exactly. Like you need a mirror. Like seriously.
How is anybody saying that Foodie is super morbidly obese? How is that fat shaming? It's not fat shaming. It's just the truth. She is super morbidly obese. She's 5 feet tall, probably closer over 500 pounds. She's super morbidly obese. That is not fat shaming. That's just stating fact.
Okay, I'm putting mayonnaise. So I scored the chicken. And if you've never had this, ketchup and mayonnaise, whoops, is really good on chicken. And I'm gonna use that as I'm making hot chicken and like homemade poutine. Cause I'm Canadian, you know. Oh, it's a hot chicken. Okay, I'll show you. Box. Meaning like it doesn't mean it's spicy. It just means it's like you never had that like in between two slices of bread with gravy on top. It's so good. So this is like a marinade. I'm gonna put salt, pepper, garlic powder. The mayonnaise raw chicken. It's good. I don't like peas, but I do have peas. Hello.
So why do you have them?
No, kitty.
Why did you buy peas if you don't like peas?
Ariel, what's up, everybody? I'm just like annoyed, you know. I had to mini rage, I guess. Like, get a life. The heck?
Now I know what's wrong with you. I know exactly what's wrong with you. You've been doing too much of the powder, allegedly. Conspiracy, whatever. You're doing too much of the powder, Foodie. You're falling back into the same patterns. You're doing the same vices, the same party favors. Whenever you do the powder, you feel high and happy for a couple of days, and then there's always the crash afterwards. You're always mean and nasty to people, and here we are.
Oh, it's gonna be boring. Like, really? What do you think your content is? Sitting and watching me for hours, this boring, reviewing this boring content. Because you know, including FF Loser, 4K, 5K views talking about anyone else except me.
See, you're not making sense. You rage at Frenchie for covering you. You rage at her for covering other people. I mean, make up your mind, Chantal. If she covers you, you get angry. If she does something else, you still get angry. There's no winning with you.
You know you have to watch my boring content, okay? There's nothing boring about going out and experiencing the world. Like, I've seen way more boring travel vlogs with way more views, so be quiet. Thank you. Have a nice day. Like, whatever. Okay, I'm going to put the raw chicken with the potatoes. Am I allowed to do that? Yeah, sure. Salah has Murad over. Okay, just wait. I don't want to show my bum.
She must not have her pants on. Otherwise, she'd stand up and wash her hands. Foodie, what is it with you running around your house without your pants on, especially with a man there, your roommate? Have some decency and put your pants on. You just bought some new pants.
I have pants on. It's just the shape, the outline.
Oh, so you got pants on. Are you not wanting to show your bottom half because there's no filter there?
But we are going to try to make the season 2 more exciting.
And how are you going to do that? Look, I'm not being a bee over here. I'm just asking a question. How are you going to do that? You went to Kuwait. There were all kinds of wonderful things in Kuwait. We saw very little of Kuwait. Same situation with Cuba. In both places, you did the exact same thing you did at home. You just basically parked yourself and you ate fast food. So why bother traveling if that's all you're going to do?
You know, Salah's new on the camera, like making vlogs. So he's a bit nervous. Like, it's not, you know, and English is not his first language. So, I mean,
You know, I don't think Salah and English not being his first language is the problem. It's you, Foodie. It's all you. Because the two of you do not have similar interests. You don't have a lot of things in common. He's young, he's active, he wants to go do things. You are a bit older. You're not so active. You're more sedentary. You want to sit around and eat. And he's not into that. So, yeah, it's awkward energy because you want to gorge yourself and he doesn't.
cut him some slack, man.
You know, I'm sure that if he were with somebody else that was more active, someone he can go hiking with and swimming and scuba diving and all that, things would be a lot more interesting. He's only limited by you, by what you can and cannot do, and you can't do very much, nor do you want to. I mean, what can you do? Walk around a museum and stop every 5 steps because you're out of breath? I mean, how much can you do with a person like that?
Oh. Hi. Season 2, A Journey Through the Blue Window. Yeah, I don't know how it's more boring over there. Like, I'm not acting like I'm not somebody. Like, I haven't touched any marijuana since I said, like, since that one day, that one night. And these are changing.
You know, it's all about semantics with Foodie. It's all about the wordplay. I haven't touched the green since that night. That doesn't mean that she hasn't touched anything else. So she hasn't done the green. Okay, so you haven't done the green, although I don't believe that. It doesn't mean you haven't touched other things and done other things, Foodie.
Just I genuinely want to make in my life. Whether you believe it or not is too bad. It doesn't matter, but it doesn't mean I'm fake. Like, this is my life now. So if you're a beezer, you know, you should support anything, especially if it's positive. If you don't, then that means you never really wanted anything good for me. You just want me to be high in my room and acting silly all the time, you know? And it's like, that's not my life now.
Did y'all catch that? She basically said if you're a beezer, you're supposed to support her and be her yes man for whatever she does. And if you got a problem with anything she does, you got to keep your mouth shut or go away. See this entitlist attitude of just let me do what I want and don't say anything back. Rude. Why do y'all put up with that over there? There's so many channels on YouTube that you could be a member of or not be a member and go in the chats and enjoy yourself without this big old bully telling you where to go and who you can talk to.
You know, I had a one more, one more, but people relapse. People have issues. People.
Oh, screw you with the relapse talk. You never were in recovery for anything. So stop talking like that. It's an insult to people who've gone through addiction. They went through their own private hell and they came out the other side. You're not in recovery for anything, Foodie. Every single one of your addictions is active and raging. Your addiction for attention, your addiction for the party favors, your addiction for food, your addiction for men. Name any one of your addictions that's in recovery. I bet you can't do it.
You know what I mean? How many people who were criticizing me for doing an edible were legit drug addicts? Like, Sarah Jane, you better not have even said anything because you were addicted to oxys. So you know what?
Don't you speak on what somebody else is doing. Not when you're over there using something to give you energy, because it takes something to give you energy to get your big butt out of bed.
Be quiet. Thank you. Do you see what I mean, though? People are hypocrites in the worst way. Like, anyways. And then I saw somewhere that that Ala guy is gonna spill tea. What tea are you gonna spill? I've seen you twice in my life. What's wrong? Your Al Coat Mall video is not getting enough views, so you have to talk about Salah and I, someone who used to be your friend. Shame on you. I'm in Canada. I can say what I want about you. You are in a country where you'll get persecuted for that. So guess what?
Oh, basically, so she's saying, oh, nanny, nanny, boo boo, I'm in Canada. I can say what I want. And if you say anything about me, you're going to get in trouble. So she's going to pull that card.
You better can it, buddy. Beezing is a positive community. Nobody's perfect. The reactors react to you acting like they're perfect, just boozing. Sarah Blaine Jax. Hey, Mary. Hey. Sorry, guys. I have to vent today, I guess. I'm functional addict. You know, I don't care. Like, everyone has their own life. Whatever. You don't see me making videos about people like,
You make videos about everybody. What are you talking about? If you're not eating and complaining about Nadder, you use the reactors as part of your content. You very happily talk about the reactors just to have something to talk about so you can have at least an hour of live stream time for that Google AdSense money. Yeah, we see you over here. We know what you do.
okay. This poutine has to be somehow. Let me just see. I'll show you the sheet after I'm done. People disgust me. I hate clout chasers. They piss me off. They make me so mad. Like, I can't stand people like this. You know? And yeah, so what? My reaction, I have trouble, like, you know, canning my mouth sometimes, but what do you mean, karma? It's just like Smeagol, Roman. Where's your tea about me? Every time, just to use the thumbnail. And then I seen a thumbnail of Nadder, literally like this, looking like a swordfish. Look at you playing. He's
You're telling on yourself again. So you are still watching Nadder. You're paying attention. Why are you going to his channel? Why are you paying attention to him? He was so abusive, right? Miss Wannabe Victim. He was so abusive. Chantal, a real person who's been abused, they don't want to see their abuser. They don't want to know about him. They don't even want to speak their name. Yet you have no problem going to his channel and watching him. Why are you watching this person who did such horrible things to you? So keep telling on yourself. Keep telling on yourself and showing people what a fake victim you are. Go ahead, girl. Run your mouth.
playing Sala and I on their TV. Dee Dee, you're the biggest cuck.
So you were watching last night? Because he did a live last night talking about you. You were watching? And by the way, Foodie, we know what's up. You do a live, and then as soon as you're done, Nadder does a live. Y'all are doing that tag team crap again. Don't tell me the two of you aren't in cahoots, because you are. It's obvious. It's real obvious. You would do a live, and then he does a live. And then you do a live again. You guys are like timing each other perfectly.
Cold I've ever seen in my life. You're so clearly bothered by us. You're so clearly jealous of Sala. It's so pathetic. Like, get a life. Like, how are you not worried about going to jail? Don't you have other things to worry about besides someone you can't stand, apparently? Like, you're so jealous of him. It's so pathetic. Oh my gosh.
You want to talk about jealousy? Let's talk about jealousy. You are desperate to get yourself back to Kuwait so you can control Salah. You don't want him to come to Canada even to visit because you don't want to be in Canada where there's a little bit more freedom. And he might see someone that he might like better. You want him to stay over there. That's why you've got this plan in your head. I'm going to sell my car. I'm going to get rid of my roommate. I'm going to get rid of my cats just so I can get the money for a plane ticket and fly over there and park myself to where he can't leave and I can't leave and I can escape all my problems. That's your grand plan. Well, it sucks. Because if you have to do that to a guy to be with him, you're not really in a relationship. And he's not going to be happy. And neither are you. Well, maybe you will be because you're so desperate and pathetic that you'll be happy with just having a man next to you and controlling them And as long as you're happy, the world is okay.
Nitpick when people nitpick every little thing like that, they're so jealous. It's funny. I love that for you. Your life is reduced to watching us on the big screen.
And you know what I love for you? The fact that you've been on YouTube for 5 years, girl. 5 years. 5. Frenchie's been on YouTube for less than 2, and she makes more money than you, and she gets more viewers. I really love that for you. I adore that for you all day long, and you are so bothered by Frenchie. You're so incredibly bothered by the fact that she's got, I think, maybe 2 or 3 YouTube channels and Twitch and selling merch. Somebody got on YouTube, reacted to you, and they branched out and they did their thing, and they're doing much better than you in every way. And that burns you up. Does that make you feel stupid? It should.
Wow. It's so, you know what I mean? Who's Jude? Blistered. What? 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 I don't understand your super chat. Sorry. Hi.com. What's sad is they spent all their time watching you. Yeah, and Doodoo just in the background parroting. Yes, Nadder. Hi, Brittany. Welcome to Loyalty Bees Vibration Bees. Like, our couples channel is going to be, well, yeah, sorry, but it's going to be positive, just doing things. It's not going to be very reflective. It's not going to be like my Foodie Beauty channel, okay? So,
I'm all for positive content, but you've got to make it interesting, and you don't know how. And you're not in good physical shape to go and do active things and keep people engaged. Therein lies the problem.
Foodie Beauty, though, I will try to take you guys out to like maybe cafes. We can go to the beach. We can go different places. So we'll see.
See, the problem you're not understanding is that you are an almost 40-year-old woman. You wanted to be with a much younger man, and he's obviously active. He wants to go out. He wants to experience life, while you just want to sit on the couch. So if you're all about sitting on that couch life and eating fast food life, there's not much he can do with you.
Actually, Dee Dee doesn't really say much about you, just listens. Oh, yeah, yes, no. That's what she does. Total pushover. Gross. I can't stand them. As you can tell. Anyways. And the cops don't care. They don't care at all about... They don't care. Like, at all about anything here. They just let people get away with whatever. It's insane.
Pardon me? You went to the police station and then took your charges back because you were so in love with Nadder. And you can't go again. You're not a credible witness. You lie too much. And you know that if you got in front of a real cop that's trained to talk to criminals and degenerates who lie, you'll never be able to lie your way out of it. Within 5 minutes, they'll have you pegged. They'll know that they're talking to a liar. You'll get caught in your lies, and that'll be the end of that.
Random word generators, Edward. That, what was the first super chat of the... I don't know, Estrella. It was so weird. This fucking Wonderful's on a mission today. Yeah, Negs is another freaking winner who's talking about, has to do a whole reaction. Like, I don't understand people who just like fixate their life. This guy is insane because if he doesn't like you for some reason, he'll just completely turn on you and say the dumbest things. Like, you've become the people you were just criticizing. Like, congratulations. Now he was reviewing, talking about, like, remember I said I like watch these people are going to use this for content for days. Hi, Crispy. Hi, Stan. Very important recipes about me stealing money from my babysitter. Has anyone stolen anything as a kid? Like, I was a kid. I was being babysat. So if I was being babysat, I was like below the age of 12. Or no, so yeah, I was like maybe 10 or 11, I think. So you're literally gonna go back over 20 years for content. How pathetic are you? You get like 30 views on your crappy Rumble. No one's watching you. So get a life. Who else can I tell off right now? Who else can we tell off? At KFC.
So are you going to bring up reactors or whoever else? That's going to be your content today. You're looking for a topic of conversation. You can't talk about anything else that might be interesting. No, we're going to just go to the reactors. See guys, see what I'm talking about right here. She hates the reactors. She hates anybody that reacts to her. But when it suits her, she'll turn around and use them for content to make money off of. Hypocrite.
Like a huge gravy. I don't care. I'm a fat butt. Whatever. Who cares? You're all fat too. Leave me alone.
You know, body shape has nothing to do with it. Beauty comes in all sizes, whether you're big or small. It's not the size of your body. It's who you are as a person. See, that's what you're trying to hide behind. You're trying to use your weight as a shield and say everybody hates me because of that. No, you're a horrible person. Inside, you're ugly inside. You're so incredibly ugly that even if you ate every bit of makeup in Sephora, it still wouldn't fix all the ugly inside of you.
No, I brought my
There ain't no filters for the ugly inside of you.
friend and got an 18-piece. We didn't finish it, but it was always my dream to because every time we would go to KFC, I would see the bucket meals, and we never got like a huge bucket meal. And as a food addict early on, you know, I'd be like, oh, I wish I could have the 18-piece bucket meal. I don't know.
Chantal, I got a serious question for you. This is coming from somebody who I have a BED in recovery, been in recovery for a while. It took me 5 years, 6 years to get there, but I got there because I put in the work. What is this obsession with food? Like, why are you so obsessed with eating everything as if the food's going to run away or someone's going to take it away? Like, what is going on with that? Like, why do you have to eat so much as if you need it all? You don't need it all.
Oh, just being honest. You know?
Like she's got the attitude, I've got to eat it before anybody else gets it. Foodie, no one's going to take the food away from you. You can slow down and eat small portions. Like, why are you so obsessed with making sure you have the most food?
Oh, Stella's here? Where? Baby! Hi, babe. I was just venting about things.
You know, it's almost like a dominance behavior. Like in a pack of dogs, like the alpha dog eats first. And like maybe she's trying to assert her dominance by making sure she gets the most food. Maybe a form of control. I don't know. I'm just speculating here.
Your former friend is saying that they are going to spill tea on us because their Alkeet Mall videos are not getting any views. So just to warn you about that. That's all I'm going to say about it. How much tea does someone have when they've met me twice? And like, same thing with Miskeen. How much tea do you have on me when you've met me twice?
Okay, so you're saying that this person's met you twice. They don't know much. So why are you worried? Why are you raging? It's not that big of a deal, right? Just blow it off like anybody else would.
Literally twice. Oh, I don't know, Stan. I really don't remember. I don't like pay attention to what people smell like unless they really smell gross or really good. I don't know. She's talking about, oh. No, I wasn't talking about them. I was making a comment how pathetic they were, babe, about. I seen a thumbnail. I seen a thumbnail and was a thumbnail or a still, like scrolling through, you know, whenever the video plays and then you see a still. And yeah, right, Flop. She said I smelled good in her video. Now she's gonna backtrack. She smelled like an ashtray. Who cares what people smell like? You can shower and put perfume, and then there you go, problem solved.
Yeah, but from what I understand, after the fashion show, didn't you ask her if she wanted to go hang out and have poutine?
Everyone's getting on my nerves today. Okay, hold on. It is creepy. Okay, the oven is preheating. Now, I want you to know something. Gabriel, are you having a good time? It's late where you are, huh? Nobody's getting my Kia. Okay. This is Swiss Chalet homestyle hot chicken gravy. This is a hot chicken.
You know, nobody's getting your Kia. I've got a theory about that. We've seen the Kia, it's trashed on the inside. She's got garbage in there, she spilled things. A used Kia can get a pretty good price if it's in good condition, but her car has been absolutely trashed. If somebody did buy the Kia, they'd have to put a bunch of money into it just to make it doable.
I have pants on.
Oh yeah, prove it. Stand up.
Some people in here are not nice. Who? I'm gonna block them.
So if somebody's telling you that somebody in your chat's being disrespectful, you don't see it. So you're going to block one of your own VIPs based on what somebody else says?
Of course she's sniping. She has no job. She has no life. She has no boyfriend. She has nothing except for her crappy toxic audience. Where's my olive oil?
And it's not sniping. That's a gamer term. It's restreaming. She's restreaming your content. And that is allowed, Chantal. That's allowed. I know you hate that, but it's allowed.
Where is my olive oil? Okay, actually I have several different gravies I can use. Let's pick one. Let's vote on the gravy. Babe, I forgot how to say it already. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, we have a few. Oh, shoot, I spilled the salt. That's what's the matter. Wait a minute. Oh, I spilled the salt. Bad luck. Spilling the salt is bad luck. Don't you know that?
Not Sala in the chat saying, talking about the reactors. They are super funny losers with no chemistry. That sounds like you and Chantal. You're both losers and you have no chemistry with each other, Sala. Projecting much?
Now I gotta throw some salt over my. Okay, guys, quick. Guys, is it the left shoulder? Yes.
Why don't you stand up and throw it over your left shoulder?
Okay. So I need some olive oil. I don't want to yell and cuss. All right. Olive oil on the potatoes. We're gonna make homemade poutine. I know.
Why though? I mean, why do you have to make poutine? That's a very calorie-heavy dish. All that food last night wasn't enough. You ate until you were literally sick. Remember, I'm somebody that I got a BED too. I'm just in recovery. You ate until you literally put yourself into a food coma. You ate until your tummy was so full, you had to go and lay down because you were so uncomfortable. And you're going to eat this fatty food now. You know what, Chantal? You want to make yourself ill? Go for it. It's your body. It's just disturbing to watch. That's all.
Dishes, but I can't change overnight. A bit of garlic powder on the chicken.
That's her excuse. Nobody changes overnight. I can't change overnight. That is her giving herself permission to continue what she's doing. You know, when it comes to addicts, you know, an addict's favorite words, if they're not ready to change, are words like tomorrow, soon, someday, maybe. Those are their best friends if they're not ready to change. if they're not ready to do it. But the words that they don't want to make friends with are now, today. They avoid those words. Those words are not their friends because then they would have to change.
Not much though. Where did I learn to cook like this?
When you're involved in a toxic relationship or with behaviors or problems, you will do mental and emotional gymnastics to get around change. Although change will be the healthiest thing for you.
Intuitively, because I love food. So, yeah. Potatoes with pepper and salt and pepper on the chicken. I could be the singing chef. Better chef than Chef Crab. Whoa. By the way, buddy, you wish you were the man Sala is. You have no job. You have no car. You live off of a poor woman. Poor, I should say. Who also doesn't have a job now. You live off of a woman. You're pathetic in every way.
And wasn't it too long ago that you were saying that it was okay to be a sugar mama? You were saying, yeah, I'm a sugar mama. I support him. And you're still supporting him. What are you talking about? You were the biggest supporter of Nadder and still are. You still paying his phone bill. You pay for the iPad. You pay for the iPhone. You're paying for the internet. You're paying for the groceries, possibly the party favors. You're paying for everything. It's so obvious because neither one of them are working. Where are they getting the money to live?
Not much salt. That Tommy Hilfiger outfit you wear every single day, I bought you. You're pathetic. You're a loser. So stop talking about my husband as if you think that you're any better. Please. He's never hit me. He's never pressured me to do anything with another woman. He doesn't have other women at his house.
How do you know that? You're not there.
Like, give me a break. You know what? Hijab, goodbye. I can address whatever I want on my channel. See you.
Whoop! Already, she's raising it to VIPs. Look at her. All you VIPs from Chantal's channel, if you happen to come over here, I'm just going to say it. I deserve the right to say it. I told you so. I told you so. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I warn you that the nasty, mean, rude, bullying, intimidating Chantal would come out? I told you so. Let me say it again. I told you so. Here she is. Not quite the modest, changing Chantal, is she? Yeah. Look, you're going to see more of this. Bank on that.
Don't come back. So there. All right, here it is. Chicken and potatoes. I'll be right back, guys. The chicken is just going to be used for the hot chickens, but yeah. I don't want to stand to cook. Even if I was thin, I would sit to cook, Leona. Do you have a problem analyzing what position people cook in? Like, what the heck? I mean,
I think the reason why Chantal's been sitting a lot these days is because when she did stand up and she was standing with her back to the camera, like people were taking screenshots and posting them on Twitter and just comparing them to how she looked before she went to Kuwait, and her weight gain is obvious. So I'm sure she saw that and she doesn't want to, stand up again because of that.
here, like, I'm not going to stand and chat with you guys the whole time. Do you stand up and eat too? Do you want me to stand and eat?
Remember, she's talking to VIPs this way. Members, not regular chat, members.
Like, get a life. I did not have Nescafe today. No, I'm not going to batter the chicken. my earphone. I don't want it to get dirty. So yeah, I'm in this mood right now. um, oh, hi TM. I'm just backing up who I've seen. You've made loads of positive changes over the past 4 months. You should be proud. Ignore changing. And I'm not telling people.
What positive changes has she made, though? Look, I'm not saying that as a hater. I'm just asking a question. What positive changes has she made? What real positive change has she made? She went to Kuwait a mess. She came home a mess. She's still doing chemicals. She's still eating. She's still hurting herself. What positive change? Her life is a mess. And rather than stay in Canada and fix it, she's trying to escape to Kuwait. Big news flash, Chantal. Even if you move to Kuwait, which I don't think you can do, you still got to pay that debt off. So maybe escaping from your problems is not the answer.
What I'm doing with my cats, like um what I end up doing with them, who they end up going to. I'm not keeping that all that secret. So just keep speculating. I've seen like 100 videos already. Chantel wants to rehome her cats as if I'm the only person in the world to have to do that. Seriously.
You know, I hope that you follow through with that and you're not lying for once. I hope they do get a great home. But here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that because you know there's going to be backlash if you put BBJ and Sam down, that you're going to lie and say instead that you're rehoming them just so you won't get the backlash. That you're going to do what you've been talking about, but you're going to cover it up and say that you're rehoming them just so people won't get angry and leave your channel.
Like, are you kidding? Dee Dee Bear my community post. Yeah, it's so obvious. It's so obvious you didn't write this. Because you didn't write this because you can't talk. Or write. So Dudu uses her clerical skills from C.H. Robinson to write your crappy community posts. Hi, Ava. Yummy. Dutch oven. Is that what the blue pot was? um, Ribs sound good. I'm not leaving my cats for D. Goodbye, butt plug.
Yes, you are. You're leaving your cats and your roommate and everything you have there for a guy because you're so desperate to trap him with you. And that's exactly what it is. You're trapping a guy with you. You're bringing nothing positive to the table. You're a big old mess and you're not trying to fix yourself before you go. You're trying to stop him from being happy. You want to just basically just move over there and park yourself in the house and have him there all the time so you can keep an eye on him. Because that's the only way you can trust a man is be sitting right next to you and you can go through his phone. Pathetic.
Friggin' idiots. It's not D, it's my husband. So yeah, I am. Like, get a life. I'm moving across the world and I can't bring my cats. Like, I've given them a really good life and they will go and have a better life with someone else.
So basically, her attitude is I gave them a really good life for X amount of time. So now that I'm ready to move on to a guy, I don't owe them anything. Yeah, good attitude, Chantal.
I will not travel with Harry. Harry has a short lifespan, you know? Cretinous smile. Welcome to Very Important Piece of Recipes. Nattered Ebna Alabwa, who cannot buy his own cigarettes, is so pathetic. Yeah, I know. He can't. Can I have cigarette money? Two-pack. What were the ones I used to buy? I can't even remember the name. 2 packs was like 24 something, I think. Hot chicken stew, bees. Chicken stew. I need to make the gravy. Hey, baby. How are you feeling? Not much better, huh? BBJ's new mommy. I found a very good solution for them. Chantal, are you mad at me? You know me. No, Elizabeth. I didn't see your comment. Sorry. Hi. 90% better? Ooh. People literally eat cats in some part of the world, but we are here crying over a hamster. Sala sent me a video of Harry today. He's fine. I'm sitting down to eat. I can't wait to eat. I'm hungry. To be fair, you can travel with them, though it's not illegal. No, I'm thinking of their best interest. It's traumatic for them. I'm not going to carry them around 28.
It's not so much it's traumatic for them, it's just inconvenient for you. I will agree with you that BBJ is older, and if her health is bad, it would not be a good idea for her to travel anywhere. I don't know about Sam. You have to be checked out for that. But it would just be inconvenient for you. Wordplay. It's inconvenient for you. You don't want to be uh, dealing with an animal while you're traveling. You just want to pack a bag and leave.
8 hours of travel and like back and forth every time. No, I'm not. It's more stable for them to have like a stable home. I'm gone a lot. I want to travel. I want to travel. My priorities in life have changed, and yes, it affects them, but I have to live my life, like, and I'm not going to take any more pets because until like, no, I don't want any more pets, period. I just don't want that responsibility.
You know what's sad, Chantal? I have my cat Booger that I love dearly. She's my little girl. She's 9 years old. And I never looked at her as a burden. I never looked at her and thought, this cat is stopping me from living my life and I can't live my life until she's gone. I never had that attitude. Where I go, she goes. Wherever that is, she's going with me. She's my pet child. I've never had the attitude of looking at any of my pets that I've ever owned as being burdens, or that because they're around, I can't do anything. I have to get rid of them. No, that's you. That's you being selfish and stupid.
Responsibility, honestly. I can't deal with it, and I have too much other things to deal with in my life. There are people who are very, very big pet enthusiasts and cat lovers.
And can I just say this on that note? Can I just say this? This selfish beast, this one right here, I hope you never have pets again. I really do. I hope you never have pets. You don't need pets. If you're going to be traveling, if you're just concerned about Sala, just get rid of all your pets. Don't have pets. Don't use them for props or attention. Just don't have them. Don't have them. Pets are a lifetime commitment. They're a lifetime commitment.
Who will gladly take them. So we know people.
And I really don't appreciate, Chantal, this emotional manipulation that you've been doing using your cats. I think it's vile. The fact that you know people are concerned for BBJ and Sam, but rather than find them another home quickly, you're using them as bait to get people watching because they're tuning in to see what's happened with them. Have they gone to a good home yet? Have they gone to the vet? You're milking the heck out of this, and you really shouldn't do that.
I need some oil on his training wheels. I know I have so many. Nadder has nothing but a goblin face. He is totally naked without doo-doo. He literally has like nothing. He has nothing. Even like iPad, his clothes, his ugly granny glasses, everything is belongs to someone, a woman that supports him. Like, okay, and you're a real man.
Yeah, and that's the one you wanted to marry. That's the one you wanted to be in a relationship with, that you chased that over for over a year, that you spent about 40 grand on. Yeah, that one. Remember him? Remember that time that you went into his live chat and said, I've got the ring, I've got the dress, claim me. You were desperate for that loser to claim you. And you know why you were desperate for him to claim you? Because nobody else was claiming you. And you were desperate to be with somebody just to say, I've got a man. I've got a man. All of you single women, look at you. You're beneath me. That's why. Because you don't want to be alone. You don't like yourself. You can't stand to be with yourself. You always have to be with somebody to have some sense of self-worth. But you chased after him, desperate to be in a relationship with him. I remember the live stream you did, Foodie, where you said in a live stream video, I'm addicted to this man. Remember those words? I do. The moment you said that, you gave over all your power to Nadder. I'm addicted to this man. You wanted to live with him. And you got angry because Dee Dee was there to the point where you were desperate for her to go home. You were going to file charges on him because of that, out of vengeance and wrath, not out of wanting justice for anything he did to you. He's so abusive to me, you say. Yet when you were coming home all those times with bruises on you and showing them off proudly, you weren't crying abuse then, were you? No. No, you changed your tune out of wrath. That's why I'm calling you a fake, phony victim. You ain't been through nothing. You've survived nothing. You big, coddled, spoiled brat. You're just a big old liar. That when you don't get your way, you throw a temper tantrum and you're vengeful and spiteful and bitter.
Like, and he'll hide behind the fact, oh, I can do itty bitty itty bo. That's nothing. Who cares about that? Any man can do that, buddy. Like, are you kidding? That's not enough. That's not enough.
He so traumatized me, but yet she'll watch his live streams, no problem. I'm sorry, the person that hurt me, I don't want to see that person's face. I don't want to hear his name. I want him to stay away from me. That's how people who've been through abuse act. But you wouldn't know anything about that because you've never been through abuse, have you, Foodie?
Ew. Especially diseases. No thanks. Cold Canada to hot Kuwait is a shock to an animal. The whole, like, no, I'm not. I know Sam's heart rate. Oh, he almost has a heart attack going up the street to McCarthy on the friggin' vet. I'm not going to take him on a plane for friggin' 12 hours. I'm not going to do it. How people think that's more humane, I don't care. I really don't. People are delusional about the cats. It's not okay to put the cats that far, and you're doing the right thing by finding them a good home. Thank you, Blacks. Seriously, like, whatever. You don't have to apologize for wanting to live your life. It's nobody's business. What are you going to do with your life? Exactly. So I'm just commenting on it and just venting, I guess. And I don't understand this like community of like people who feel the need to react like they're all obese messes.
Really? Oh, we are? Even if we all were, even if you were telling the truth, Foodie, do you have anything to say, being that you're an almost 500-pound woman? Do you have anything to say, given the shape that you're in? How can you sit there and yell and scream about fat shaming when you're a super morbidly obese woman? Yelling and screaming, fat shaming, fat bullying, yet you're 500 pounds. And by the way, what you're saying is not true. I've seen some of the people that react to you. They've actually come on camera, not using an avatar. I haven't seen anybody obese. I haven't. There's some beautiful reactors in the community, by the way. But of course, you want to gloss over that and lie about it and say that we're all, huge. We're not. For the record, I'm 5'3", but 130 pounds. And I dare you to call me obese. And here's the thing, Foodie. You're 38 years old. I'm 52. I'm older than you, Foodie. I know that in your eyes that I would be decrepit, ancient, but I can run circles around you in every way, woman. I'm a real woman. You're just a child in an overgrown body. Believe that.
And they pick on me and Amberlynn as like their centerpiece of people to pick on. Like, are you kidding? Like, and they all gain their audience on the pretense that they're like Charlie Fivehead, and FF Gullet, all obese, and like have the nerve to talk about mine and Amberlynn's lack of weight loss. I'm not a weight loss channel. You, though, started your channel under the pretense that you're going to do better than Amberlynn and I, but you've only gained weight. So is your audience delusional or what? I don't get it. Like, oh my gosh.
Again, not this one who is super morbidly obese to the point where her health is so bad that her taking just a few steps makes her out of breath. She gets out of breath just walking up the stairs to her room. I saw that last night. She laid in her bed and she was acting like she just ran a marathon, criticizing anybody else's body shape or their health when hers is so poor.
Mr. Burns, not me. Oh my gosh. Yes. I love you, Chantal. I'm sure you're doing your best with your cats. Thank you. You ever get like your eyeball, like the pulse inside your eyeball? A stick insect stop.
And by the way, Chantal, if you're so superior to all of us, I double dare you to come on camera with no filters. None. No skin smoothing filter, no contour filter, no big eye filter. Just let it all hang out, mama. Let it all hang out. Let's see what you really look like. Bet you won't do it.
Colleen, 16 months. Oh my gosh. Hey girl, hey. Welcome to Ruby's Recipes. Yeah, it's not fair to them. So, yeah, very, 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 very much so, flop era. Kitty Kens, hi. And he thinks saying I can do whatever I want while sitting there methed out makes people jealous. Seriously, like how are you? We're jealous of you. We don't even acknowledge you, like except now, like after you have like a 5 million hour stream about us, like you're so jealous. It's so pathetic. Nadder,
And you, being a 38-year-old woman, still running to an outhouse to meet up with a mysterious stranger and acting like you spilled your cup of coffee when we know you didn't. And then running around blowing your nose, wiping at your nose. We know what that means. Talking about somebody else who uses party favors. Girl, check yourself.
is still talking about me and Chantal. Needs more attention. His channel totally dying because of his goblin face with his lab wood doo doo. Yeah, like he burns down kitchens. Like you're not a chef. Like you're just pathetic. You can't get any views without me. Hanging up the passenger side of Dee Dee's ride.
All this outrage over Nadder, I'm calling bullshit. My bullshit meter is going off to the point where it's about ready to break. You know why I'm calling BS, y'all? Because all of this huffing and puffing about Nadder and all the huffing and puffing he does about Chantal, are they striking each other? Are they throwing strikes at one another? No. Have they ever? No. See, I've seen Chantal really angry, and I've seen Nadder really angry. They're both capable of extreme anger. So if they're not going to that level and doing what they could do at that level, which is striking each other and really out for blood, not in a literal sense, but you know what I mean. They're just faking the funk. They're faking it. I've seen them both really angry. This is not really angry. This is not like, I'm really angry and I'm going to do something about it kind of anger. This is just, I need content and I need a topic of conversation. So I'm going to talk about him and I'm going to talk about her. That's it. They're still working together.
By the way, going through my things and emptying out my drawers today, I'm having an open house at some point, probably to get rid of a lot of things I don't want. It's so easy. People come and pick up. There's so many people that like free things. Probably get rid of the Instant Pot. Just get rid of everything. Like, honestly, I don't need it. It is internalized fat phobia. Well, keep your sick psychosocial issues to yourselves, okay? Anyway. Hold on. I want to say, but okay, listen to this. What was I going to say? Oh, by the way, I went through my drawers and I found some bills in your name I'm not paying for. There's like a whole bunch of like Bell bills and all kinds of bills I found in his name.
So you just admitted, you told on yourself again. You admitted that you were supporting and you're paying his bills. And you're, Chantal, you can't throw shade on somebody without bigger shadows being cast on yourself. You're sitting there going after Dee Dee saying you're supporting this loser when you just admitted you were supporting that loser. To the point where you're paying his bills. You don't see how crazy that is.
I ripped them up, so have fun finding them. I don't care. was like Bell Canada. There was another bill for like Telus.
Phone bill.
I don't remember what else. Because after like I took him to the pharmacy to get medications for his gonorrhea, he like
And yours too.
I had his phone in the car that I gave him anyways, so I took it back. And then he made me feel guilty like a narcissist will do and be like,
Well, that's what you're a narcissist too.
"You need to get me a new phone now." Or no, I had to go and get a new phone or something like that. So you have to pay the bill for it.
No, when people asked you a long time ago why you were still paying the bill, you said the reason why you were still paying the bill is because you wanted to talk to him. You wanted that open line of communication. So the way to make that happen was to keep paying the phone bill. That way the phone stayed on and you couldn't turn it off.
I have a good idea for Nadder. You work as a belly dancer with that wig. It's totally fit on him. Yeah, I know. Can't wait until he's in jail. Inshallah. Charlie Fivehead. It's true. She's so annoying. She's still talking. Like, does anyone actually even care what she says anymore? She'll make a shrine board breed. She won't be allowed in here. First time I see a chef cooking food without cooked well and burnt the kitchen at the end. What a babe! The whole kitchen went on fire. Trying to be all cool with his orange nicotine finger. Don't even get me mad. Don't even get me started. She can smell your carpets. Ew. You're a damn celebrity. Post online and weirdos will pay you. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. I'm just like a normal person.
No, you're not.
More normal than a lot of these freaking weirdos. Anyways. Why take BBJ there if you can only stay there for 3 months at a time? You'll soon be able to move there. But Gemini, I'm planning on staying longer this time, inshallah. But like, I don't know.
How are you going to make that happen? You just got home from a 3-month visa. You're going to have to wait to go back if you can go back. You know what I think, Chantal? Theory on the board. I think you're just keeping up the lip service to Salo so he'll keep talking to you. I think you know you can't go back. You want to go back. You know, you're someone that you like to dream and you dream outward and you tell people about your dreams. You're dreaming about going back there. You're dreaming about selling your car. You're dreaming about leaving everything behind and going to be with Salo. But is it really going to happen? Is it really going to happen? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and find out. But you're going to go over there. You're going to try to trap that man to be with you 24 freaking 7.
I think it would just be cruel to take the cats. There's no way I can. The layover alone, like 7 hours in the huge airport with him in the cage, like no, 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 no. So it breaks my heart to have to leave them because I'm gonna
You can't break your heart. You have none to start with.
miss them. Obviously, I've had them for like how many years, but like people's circumstances in life change, And unless someone's living your life, they have no right to judge. The weather is freezing, like minus 40 something. My favorite moment was when he smoked meth. The oil spill, yeah. Ew, anyway, they're all pathetic, all of them. They're annoying. Oh, yeah, you're gonna help me choose a gravy. Let's play choose a gravy. I know I look burnt, but my eyes, like, I have no makeup on right now. Okay, so.
And you're high.
This is the one I'm voting for. Homestyle gravy, Swiss chalet. Hi, Samby. It is cold. I love this game. Stop. Just plain chicken. This seems more like a chicken dinner kind of chicken.
You know what part of what makes your content suck, Chantal? On the fact that you're boring. You're just not getting it. Your obsession with food is not our obsession with food. We're not obsessed with food the way that you are. And you just can't understand that what you find interesting, your audience doesn't find interesting. Nobody except you and the feeders are obsessed with food. And you don't have 100% audience of people that are feeders. There are some people that are watching you that are not feeders. So yeah, the food content gets boring real quick.
Gravy. Roast gravy again looks like a chicken roast gravy. It's a little
Who cares about gravy right now? Who cares? I don't care. Do you care? No, we don't care.
darker. And then we have classic roast gravy, demi glace. It's so good. What is that, flop? I think I'll use the Swiss chalet gravy. Why did I bother asking you guys? I don't know. He's literally done on YouTube. I can't understand how he's not kicked off his site. I don't know, Blocks. Like YouTube is cracked in the head with their system. Like I swear. Would be cool if you could give the cats to family and then you could.
You know, you should be grateful for that if that's true. You should be grateful for that because if YouTube had been on top of the rules like they should be, you would have been kicked off long ago and not allowed back. But for some reason, they let you back on. You're one of the bigger rule breakers. You've broken every TOS there is times 10, and they still let you back. That's unheard of. So, not you complaining about YouTube's system. You abuse the system. You know all the workarounds. You know you can say whatever you want in a live and delete it, and then YouTube says, "Well, it's not there. We can't do anything about it." So, complaining about a system that you work to your advantage, but complain about other people, right?
See them. Yeah, it's second best. It's very close friends of the family. Make all of them. I'm trying to eat with my eyes alongside you guys, but I don't know the seasonings. Whichever one expires first. I vote for water. Ew. Water on poutine. So this is cook on high intensity for 7 to 8 minutes. I'm tired. He should have been kicked out of YouTube the moment that meth pipe appeared.
She's sitting perfectly still and she's tired. Tired from what? You're not doing anything.
They have terms of service. They don't even care about them. Like, why make them? Why waste your time?
Oh, shut up. Yes, they do have a terms of service, and you've abused the terms of service many, many times.
Put them on the counter and see which one Sam likes. Chevy use. I slept well, but I just feel so drained. I think it's the weather. I hate being here right now.
Now I know what's wrong with you. At least I'm gonna put my theory on the table. I think I know what's wrong. Girl, you binged last night. You ate all that food and all that cheese. I'm sure today you don't feel so good. But what's your solution? Eat some poutine. Eat some more heavy food. That's why you're feeling sluggish. Your body is struggling to digest all that crap you put in it last night.
I'm grumpy and just want to leave and move out and have it over with.
Why don't you move out now? Why not now? You're a married woman. Go get a hotel room or something. Go get a motel room. Go stay by yourself. Why can't you? You're not on the lease. Go.
You know. Thick sauce. This is gonna be thick. There's cornstarch, I think. I don't have it too thick. I'm still jet lagged. I don't know what my problem is.
She's not jet lagged. She is not jet lagged. That should have been worn off by now if she even had it. She slept most of the way. She slept 11 hours of a 17-hour flight. She should be perfectly fine. She had all that energy to run to the outhouse. She wasn't jet lagged then. Nope, she was fine. And all of a sudden, I'm tired. I'm tired, everybody. Well, don't stuff yourself stupid at night and you'll have more energy.
Ugh. Only her own goblins care. They're like-minded. Yeah. Be back in Kuwait before I know it with my beep, my babe. Is that Nescafe instant coffee? Yeah, it's instant coffee. I'm gonna get rid of my coffee machine.
Sala, listen, dude, don't know you. If you have any kind of sense in your head, you will lock the door and not let this one in because she's all about, I just have to get into his house and it sounds like she's going to get into your house and never leave. You don't want all this mess in your house. Run, bro. Run while you can.
No comment, Flopera. I miss everything about Salah, basically. So yeah, I'll give you $10 for the coffee machine. I'm just gonna give it away. I think maybe some things. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna maybe sell some things, but some things I'll give away. Like some things that I know won't sell or are not worth it. That's
Chantal, if this is your way of trying to drum up interest for the next 3 weeks, and then at the end of that 3 weeks, you come up with something and, oh, I can't go, and you break up with Sala. If that's what this is, it's you just trying to generate interest for the next 3 weeks until the next payday. That this method of you try to generate money sucks.
this cafe needs to sponsor you. I'm too messy. You know. I don't know why people complain about our vlogs being fake when literally I've seen vlogs where people do the same fake crap every day. I'm gonna get up and make a bulletproof coffee, and then go and have a pre-gym workout, and like just the same formula in every influencer vlog out there. 3-wick candles, gym pre-gym mix, and like Gymshark clothes, and like it's always the same thing. So I really don't know how vlogging in a different country is not entertaining for people, but if that's what you want, like people want me to just be like always farting and doing something stupid on camera, and it's like,
But you were very happy to do those things. So now you're complaining about them? You were very happy to come on camera and shart yourself and fart and burp and pick your nose and pick your ears. You were very happy doing that. Yes, you were. You were giggling about it. You were very happy being vulgar and gross.
you know, what loser Nadder. Yeah, I know, baby. I saw now his last live was criticizing me with everything I say. Can you imagine how much he is raging and jealous? And Labwa Doodoo is laughing like the parrot. Yeah, I know. No, literally. He's like sitting like this beside the TV with his friggin' buck teeth or whatever. And he's like, and by the way, what was I going to say? People said that buckwheat's racist. It's not. Farting around the globe. Just give things for peace. Depending what he's doing, I'm not sure. I think he's going to be staying with his mom for a while and then getting a job. I think his brother's going to try to get him a job where he works, but I'm not sure. I'll let him tell you about stuff. You know, probably the best thing for him right now.
You know, I'm getting a waft of something right now. Just a waft, just a scent. This whole thing, it feels like a little bit of an arc going on. A sneaky, shady arc of her coming forward and saying, oh, I'm going to move and I'm selling everything. I'm selling my car to get interest for her. And then Pete, because he's got to move out, people are going to feel sorry for him and give him extra money. So there's money over there too. And then maybe a little bit of something, something for Nadder. That's what this feels like.
Oh, vlogging as an obese person is a cool thing you can do. Whatever, you know. We want you to do the late weight loss bees. Well, it will happen someday. He's so jealous.
Oh, there we go with that language. Someday. When you're not ready for change, that's another word you like. Someday and later and soon and maybe and tomorrow. Your favorite words because they avoid you from facing change.
Because Cell is actually healthy and attractive, and he could never. Oh, excuse me. He's super obsessed with me for whatever reason. I don't care if it's.
You're obsessed with him. You and Nadder are just weird. Okay, you're both weird. You're weird. You're both obsessed with each other. Do I think it's weird that he watches your videos and stuff when he doesn't have to? Oh yeah. Do I think it's also weird that this abusive man, you can't keep your eyes off of him? You can't stop talking about him. I think that's really weird for an abuse victim. Extremely weird. You're both strange, weird, obsessed people.
whatever reason it is, anger, revenge, that I'm with someone else. He's just pathetic. Like, you need to just get over it and talk about anything else. But no, actually, views. He won't get views without me. So I could, like, how pathetic is your life if you have to rely on the same person for views? Negs, how? Pete says mom only has one bed, so they have to take turns. No, he'll probably couch crash for now. I don't know. It's not my responsibility to house people. I'm freaking, like, especially adults, okay? I'm 38, I'm married, and I'm moving on with my life from everything. So, like, I don't know. I'm not a freaking genie. I have my own life to worry about too. And Dee Dee, how could she sit there and claim him? It's embarrassing. Seriously. Hi, Tracy. I'm cooking now. How many people I have 220K on my other YouTube channel and just post workouts and healthy recipes? Really, is Elizabeth's? Oh, no way. Wow, that's awesome. You just described like 100 people with that comment. I just seen your comment now, Tracy. Yeah, like, no, they have no chemistry. And not just that, but like, how do you let him have another woman over in your house? Sala was like, I cannot believe she just sits there and lets him have another woman over. Like, what kind of freak?
You know what, Sala? I got a question for you. I don't know if you know this, bro. You probably do, or maybe you don't. But Chantal's over there talking about Dee Dee. How could Dee Dee allow for Nadder to have Chantal over? Well, I'm going to reverse that question. Same question, but reversed. How could Chantal be okay with him living with Dee Dee and still support him? Still pay his bills, still buy the groceries. That's what she did, bro, for over a year. Still doing it. Still doing it. She hasn't stopped. See, all the criticisms that Foodie has about Dee Dee, she's guilty of. She's no one to talk.
King weirdo are you? Like,
She was so desperate for Natter to claim her, to put a claim on Natter. She went out and got her own engagement ring and tried to say, oh, we're engaged. And they weren't.
after all he uses you and he's like abuses you and uses you and you let him have other women over. It's so weird. Anyway, it's not my business, but
And Chantal, way back in the beginning, when you were starting to see Natter and it came out that he was on Tinder and he had profiles, you continue to see him. Even after the woman on the porch and the woman at the kitchen table, you still continue to see him. Still.
Tracy, I don't see it. When did you meth head, babe? Yeah, it just does straight up meth, like whatever. Dee Dee only wanted him. No, I think because I don't know what her problem is. Like, she must have, he'll just like do anything. He'll do anybody, like anybody, any woman, anything
And so will you, apparently. So will you.
is good for him. Any hole's a goal. Any human, basically. So she probably liked the attention. Narcissists are good at that, giving you attention, but they're also good at being abusive and treating you like crap behind your back and lying to you. And
Okay, you VIB, you just pay attention to that part. She just described herself to a T. She just described herself.
taking advantage of you. So, what's the better trade off here? Hmm? Oh my gosh. Seems afraid of him. She seems like she's enamored with him. It's disgusting. Like, I don't get that, but whatever. My upgrade is 100 million. I can't even compare. Like, you guys.
Let's remember something that Chantal said. She was talking about Natter, but I'm sure it applies to every other man in her life. She said, all he has to do is fake love me and I will give him the world. Well, Sala is being the gentleman And so she will do anything in the world to hang on to him just because he's nice to her. That's all you got to do with Chantal is be nice to her and go along with what she says, and she'll spend endless amounts of money on you. That's all it takes to get her love.
No, like, ugh. um, Kuwaiti cooking. I did say I am gonna cook more, yeah, when I get back. You know, the poppers. Yes, flop era. Exactly. She looks so ignorant doing that video. What a couple of jokes. Like, he's legit, obviously, like having another woman in her purple bed, this friggin' lady with the braids or whatever, and the knockoff t-shirt. And she doesn't care. She's out there working to pay for his cigarettes while he's doing another woman in her purple bed.
You know, let's be clear. I think you and Dee Dee are both idiots. You're both stupid. Because your channel was fine until you met up with Nadder and got obsessed with Nadder. And Dee Dee had the condo, she had a job. She was fine until she got obsessed with Nadder. Both of you morons getting obsessed over a loser of a man that offers nothing, brings nothing to the table. You both have been negatively affected by that man, and yet you both won't let go. So Dee Dee's over there looking real rough, and you're looking real rough, and yet neither one of you will just let go.
Like, what? Oh my gosh. As usual. Yeah, exactly, babe.
Ooh, so Sala's in the chat, and somebody just sent a super chat. How does Sala feel about you walking around without pants on while Pizza's there? We saw your reflection in the pressure cooker the other night. Yeah, answer me that, Chantal.
It's exactly what's happening. Loneliness is a hell of a drug, yeah. Mentally stunted. I don't know, Sharon. Like,
Yeah, what's up with that, Sala? Your wife walking around without her pants on and there's a man in the house?
the
How do you feel
poppers.
about that?
He said totally yikes, flop era. Hopefully he gets locked up. Yeah, for sure. He's a literal danger to people. Like he stabbed people. How they didn't ship his butt back to Egypt after that, I have no idea. Purple bed. I thought they were sleeping on the couch the last months. Yeah, maybe her. He probably makes her sleep on her own couch.
This snitch, Diego saying FFG is sniping. You VIPs are stupid. You think you're doing something by saying FFG is sniping? I thought you liked to talk to Chantal. Don't you realize that when you say so and so is sniping, that she might get mad and cut off the live? You want her to do that? No? Then shut up.
Couch while he has other women there. It's disgusting. And he lays on the pressure thick, so I know she's doing things she doesn't want to, probably. Every minute of free time watching, they're watching you. They have nothing else in common. Yeah, no one's gonna make you watch you make your stupid egg toast for the 100th time with cheese. And your
By the way, Diego, I'm not live sniping, but I'm record sniping right now. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Sit down and be quiet.
weird drinks that are chunky and weird layers of colors that are like brown. I love venting.
I love venting. I love going off on people.
I only dropped in there long enough to ask Dee Dee how her mom is. Who is the braided haired lady? Some woman that he probably, he never has guy friends. You ever notice that? Like, where's his guy friends? By the way, Natturd is nothing without doo doo now. He would be homeless in the street and don't have anything to eat without his labwa. Anything. Exactly, babe. I don't know why like it's so clear he's jealous of you. He's picking on you. His smoothies always look like he dumped a full diaper into a ninja.
Over here, Sala trying to do something with this comment. FFG, if you read this, just to let you know, you are totally disgusting and nothing without Queen Chantal's content. And at the end, get a life, loser. You know what, Sala? You're a keyboard warrior, bro, and you suck as a gamer, by the way. I saw you gaming. You died 4 times. You're lame. You suck. You're coming for FFG. She's got a job. This is just like a little hobby to her. She works. You're the loser living off of this one right here. How desperate are you that you're gonna hook yourself to this hot mess in a torrid dress because you're trying to make something of yourself? Stand up and do your own thing and don't rely on a woman to make your way, bro. You want to come to Canada, do it your doggone self. Don't look at her as the, yellow brick road that you can walk on to the road of fortune. Get away from her.
One time I was like, okay, I'm warning you because I've seen his videos. I'm like, I don't want chunky juice. He made the juice extra chunky and then strained it and it was still chunky. I choked on a mint stem, okay? Like, get a life. Ava, he does. There's like videos. Go check out Sam's Bar Lounge. There's videos of him on video doing it. How did a homeless man buy a 6K net? Like, Dudu's retirement fund. That's how. The beef stroganoff? Hi, Down Under. Sal is 100%. I know a lot of you were like, I'm not going to support you anymore if you keep seeing Gargamel. He's so triggered by Sala. That's my karma, and this is yours, buddy. Eat it with a nice side of beef stroganoff. Yeah, Sala, exactly. He said some nasty things about he's just nasty. The raw chicken. He's so jealous of Sala, it's not even funny. Dudu wishes she had a good man. Yeah. He has no personality. Oh, honey, he does.
Hey, Sala, your woman is saying that she hates this dude so much. Ask her the question why she hasn't thrown a strike at him. Ask her. Go on, go ahead, ask her why she's never thrown a strike at him, nor he at her. They're supposedly hating each other, right? How come they won't go the final step and prove it?
You don't deserve to see it. That would be cheating. Like if Sala, when I was at work, had a woman over, it would be done. Like anybody, it would be done.
Oh, stop it. If Sala had a woman over while I'm at work, first of all, you're never going to go to work. Secondly, you put up with more with Nadder and you kept making excuses and doing the gymnastics in your head so you can stay with him because that's how desperate you are.
Done. Done. The fact that she's okay with that is insane. Yeah, Edward. So we'll see. It's in the police's hands at this point. He's dreaming to be a real man, exactly, baby. Um, maybe he stole the 6K necklace from the Beeple. Gargamel wants to be like Sella so bad. Dudu is getting jealous because she is the one who loves it the most. Ew. We all know Ned Dumpster sold that necklace to buy his child's bike. Yeah, babe, there's a video of him like struggling in the snow on his crappy little bike. He probably was driving to get. He reminds me of like when I was in Cornwall. Like I told you, people who used to ride their bikes in snowstorms, desperate like that, would be going to crack houses, sometimes carrying a TV on their shoulder. Like, whoa! Like, he said he doesn't have a receipt for that necklace because he paid cash. They don't give receipts. Okay, a $6,000 necklace, you're not going to get a receipt, but he made me get receipts for his 2 packs of cigarettes every time. Like, he was a stickler for receipts. Are you kidding? It's so easy to catch dumb people in lies.
Yep. It sure is, isn't it, Chantal? It sure is. It's so easy to catch dumb people in lies, and that's why you get caught all the time.
He's a man. He'll take advantage of who he can. He's not unique. Exactly. The card tricks. Yeah, Elizabeth. He definitely returned the necklace or stole it. It's haram. He claims to be a Muslim and say,
Now, I got a theory about that necklace. I think that Dee Dee got the necklace on a credit card And there was a payment plan perhaps in place, but they took the necklace and they pawned it or sold it to get party favor money. That's my theory.
I'm fake, and he smokes meth and beats women and like does Xena. The person I robbed didn't give me a receipt. Your husband okay with you speaking about this guy? Yeah, because I'm talking bad. He, like,
Yeah, so somebody that says in the comments, did you mention FFG to the police? Yeah, what about that, Chantal? You swore when you got home that you would go to the cops about Nadder and FFG. Have you done it yet? Are you gonna do it? No, of course you're not.
um, God, goodbye. I can just tell when people, like, even before joining, bragged about being more muscular than Sala by flexing, and I thought he heard him.
This person, congratulations, Chantal. You made it to 94,000. Yeah, because she buys subs. That's why.
So,
Don't worry though. YouTube has bots in place that they look for bot subs and they get rid of them after about a month. So that won't last long.
God, anyways, so stupid. I just wanted to vent about that. And what else? What else did I want to vent about? I can't remember. I don't remember, babe.
See, this isn't a true rage. The true rage we saw in Cuba, because she went on for hours. When she doesn't have that much to complain about, it doesn't last that long. She runs out of steam pretty quickly.
I had to stop watching anything that had the word N in it. He's so hateful. I'll never forget what he's done to you. Yeah.
So Lynn says FFG wishes she could get to 94K subs. You know what, Lynn? Let me just share a little fact with you. So just because the number on the page says 94K subs, it doesn't mean they're all active subs. A lot of those numbers, they're inactive subs, they're dead accounts. Why do you think Chantal, who has a 94K channel, she gets less than 1,000 people in her chat? Does that even make sense? 94K subs, and yet when she does a chat, she doesn't get that many people. Shouldn't she have more? Yeah, I've seen smaller channels that get more people in their chats. More. So just because you see a number on a YouTube page, it doesn't mean they're all active subs. They're just dead accounts.
I won't, well, I won't forget, but I will definitely move on and live a happier life that I'm already doing, which is,
You're not happy.
in my opinion, my karma for having to deal with that crap.
How about your karma for creating that crap? How about that? Because everything that happened, you created it. You wanted it. You went back for it. You never stopped going back to it. All that stuff that happened with Natter, you could have put a stop to it at any time. You had your own car. You had your own money. You had your own home. He wasn't living with you. You had to travel to see him. Even when he moved to Montreal, you did car trips to go see him. So a lot of the stuff, if you went through any kind of suffering and pain, it was self-inflicted.
Did you read Judu's community post where she said Netford makes her see? Yeah, we did flop era, and I addressed it. I said, yeah, because he punches you in the face every day.
Not you, someone that supposedly went through DV, mocking someone who may have gone through DV. See, a real victim wouldn't do that. They would never throw the abuse of a victim in their face and use it to ridicule them. That's another red flag that you're a fake victim.
Ew. Anyway, just staying for a little bit, and then he'll get his own place or something. So, what else was I gonna say? It's in God's hands, yeah. Harry, how?
You know what, Pete? The worst has yet to come. I hate to say, but the worst is yet to come because your name is on the lease. And if there's any damages to that apartment, to the appliances, to anything, if the landlord has to come in and rip out the carpet, repaint, all that, who do you think they're going to come to with the bill? you because your name was on the lease. So the moving out part is the easy part. But when the landlord comes in and if they have to clean up, if they have to move furniture or things that have been left behind, they're going to come to you and you're going to have to pay, sir.
We Harry, your son. They all want him. Well, they can't have him. He's mine. Right back, right back.
You know what, Sally? You're getting awfully mouthy in the chat, calling us zombie haters. Hey, we're zombie vultures. Get it right. We're zombie vultures. We're proud to be zombie vultures.
How much is 2 cups of water for the gravy? Like this? Oh no, I think I messed up the gravy. I think that's too much water. I might have to add another package. Oh, it smells good. Yum. I'm hungry. Okay, we'll let the gravy get nice and thick. So yeah, I was in a bitchy mood. I had to vent, I guess. And I have no more Pepsi.
You're not really in a grouchy mood. You're just looking at the clock and saying, has it been an hour yet? I need to get an hour in for that Google AdSense money. You're just struggling to find anything to talk about.
To come and greet us? No, he can do that on his channel, Tanya. You don't like me to chill anymore? I'm a married woman.
In your head.
Hi, Sam. No, I'm not uncomfortable. Just it's not a thing. So Sala is it's not my responsibility.
She's just saying the same things over and over again.
I can't be responsible for people's happiness, for their life, for whatever, you know? It's not my thing. I can't do it. Judy doesn't know. Welcome to Very Important News. Where you said peace. I'm not sad, Stinky Winky. I'm just like over it. I'm over a lot of things. I'm just fed up, you know? Like I'm barely like hanging on to my own life right now, and I can't worry about everyone else. Hi, Sam. I know we're all supposed to help each other, but like you also have to help yourself, right? Oh, you. Okay, go back here. Go back here. You haven't got some cat hairs. No. The only man you need in your life is your husband. He should cover all the things that you love our best friend. Exactly. But he's a loyal friend and we respect that. But now Chantal's married and she's my wife, as you know, and he will have a job and his channel will grow more, hopefully, and wish him good luck. That's sweet of you, baby. Yeah, life is harsh sometimes. For everyone, you know, it's. Let me know what you look at Sam while I get the food, okay? Oh, you! You're a fat chubby you. Why are you so fat and chubby? Why are you so fat and chubby? Why are you so fat and chubby? You shake me down, you pass it around. Why are you so fat and chubby? How did you guess, baby? Judy, somebody joined? Austin Poston, hey, welcome back.
Oh, I know who that is. Austin don't like me.
Judy said Reebies. If I remember, you were a beezer.
Okay. Oh, you just said it. You just told on him. You used to be a beezer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know who that is. Austin don't like me. He don't like me at all.
Okay.
Hi, Austin. Remember me? Yeah, you're mad at me. because I outsmarted you. I outsmarted you. You were so mad. You thought you were so smart with the other reaction channels, and I found a way to get around you. You're so mad. I bet you're still mad. Stay mad, Austin. Stay mad.
It's leaking off the plate. Yummy. um. For the chicken, I just used, oh, this is just gravy, Mary. For the chicken, I just used ketchup, mayo, salt, pepper, and a bit of garlic powder. No raw chicken. So here you go.
I don't want to see her eat.
Take them to a shelter. Medications are not hot on.
I want to see her eat.
Like, did she just flat out lie to her audience? I didn't hear her say she had a man. Does she actually like tell her audience, yeah, I have a boyfriend, but I hide him off?
Why are you so obsessed with everybody's relationships? Shouldn't you be focusing on your own? Get to work on that. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing and who they're dating and showing them on camera. You're the only one exploiting your relationship, Chantal. Nobody else cares to do that. They have more respect for their significant others. Stay in your lane.
Off camera. I'm not like you. I don't have to prove somebody loves me. No, you need to prove it. At this point.
Why do they need to prove it? Just because you have a fake love? All he has to do is fake love you. You know what? That is such a great face. That's a great moment. I'm using that for my thumbnail. Because we vultures do things like that. Hold on. That's a great face. I love that. I love that face. Vogue for me, Chantal. There we go. Okay. Going back to the subject at hand. Why does anybody have to prove their relationship to you when you have to pay guys to be in a relationship with you?
Point, you need to prove it. You need to cam up at the level of crap talking you do. You need to prove that you're thin and that you have a man.
Oh, so that's what makes you worthy in a relationship, y'all. I was unaware that in order to be in a relationship, you have to be thin. Okay, you got to be thin. Yes. And you have a man. So that's what it takes to have self-worth, Chantal. I just didn't know. I did not know that in order to be worthy, you have to have a partner and you have to be thin. Well, by your own standards, I guess you can't be in a relationship then, can you? Because you're not thin. And the man you have, you're paying for. So you failed.
Because you just look hella pathetic. For real. Mr. FFG. You mean just saying?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, you bitch. What are you trying to say over there? What are you trying to say about just saying? Just saying is not a man. She's very much a woman. Which is more I can say for you, with the way you behave, all feral and stuff over there. How dare you? How dare you? Don't you talk that way about just saying, you creature. Don't do it.
Yeah. Not me. Please. Mr. FFG. Imaginary. I used to kiss my posters when I was a teenager. That's her now. FFG. Your poster of Nadder doesn't count.
Well, much hasn't changed, has it? Much has not changed since then. So you kissed posters when you were a teenager. Not much has changed because now you're almost 40 years old and you're still trying to put your lips on things that do not belong to you and will never belong to you. trying to get the unattainable. And the only way you can do it is just by putting your lips close to an image rather than a person.
Oh,
Kissing a fantasy rather than a real person.
oh, yeah, I roasted them in the oven, Mary Poppins. And then with salt, pepper, and olive oil, and then I put cheese, grated cheese, and gravy, chicken gravy. There, I'm like, so it's criminal harassment to like, it's like harassment to always be like, like just the thing she said, definitely.
You're not, you know what, you know why she's not being specific? Because she's not done anything wrong. It's criminal behavior. Oh, really? Then go to the police. File a report. You're not going to do it because there's been no crime. Reacting is not a crime, Chantal.
And they're like, yeah, absolutely, but we'll see. Estrella, 94,000 subs. I know. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you bought those subs. It's funny how your sub count goes up by 100 and then YouTube takes them away. It's wasted money. It's stupid.
When I get to 100,000, inshallah, whenever that will be.
You mean when you buy your way to 100,000? Which is also pathetic. She's been wanting that silver YouTube play button plaque for the longest, and yet, even though she's been on YouTube for 5 years and she's been close to that number, she just can't reach 100K. And you know what? I love that for her, but she's trying to buy her way to that plaque. Imagine spending thousands of dollars for a plaque.
I hope we can do something like have a big party. What do you think, babe?
Let me guess what you're going to do for that party. You're going to eat.
And we'll do a lot of camping and we'll do a lot of things. We're going to do a lot of stuff. We have a lot we didn't get to do. Ketchup, mayo, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and baked it in the oven with the potatoes. Nobody's like that in Kuwait except for Allah. Nobody like sits there and makes videos and talks crap about people, you know?
That's what, but wait a minute. You've been doing that this whole live stream. Nobody makes videos and talks bad about people, but it's okay for you to do live streams and talk bad about people. So what's the difference? A live stream, a video, you're still talking trash, right? Or is it that only you can do it?
For years on end. They're pretty good at reaching, though, I have to say.
Thank you.
Pathetic, hopeless case, babe.
But we reach in a different way over here. We reach for the truth. You reach for another lie to cover up the first 100 lies you told.
Fat Judy, welcome for your. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go blow my nose. Who's not in chat? Okay, hold on.
She keeps muting the stream. Maybe she's going to the bathroom to powder her nose.
One day you'll just see me back in Kuwait, bees. I'm back home. Oh, do you see Neg's drama? I don't know. None of them are on YouTube anymore. And Negs is being cocky with his 30 views on Rumble, like talking about me again because he has nothing to talk about. Baby, you are so cute with or without makeup. Thank you, baby. The game with your man. No. What do you mean? Who games with him? Oh, maybe. Depends. I love that song. Is that black soap? No, it's not black soap. You're trying too hard. Message deleted by Sala. He's not in the mood. Can you game with Sala while you're in Canada? I'm probably, right, baby?
Oh, Ahmed says FFG and milk tea are very sweet. You're jealous of them. She's jealous of everybody. She is. She's so jealous.
Say what yesterday? I miss you. I'm miserable here without you.
You're miserable anyway.
Like, it's disgusting. Remember, babe, when you saw her face for the first time, you're like, ooh, totally yikes.
And that's probably the same reaction he had of you when you came in the airport. Because I'm pretty sure that before you came to Kuwait, all the live chats you did, all the pictures you sent him were filtered. And he probably saw you come into the airport and saying, oh my goodness, what have I signed up for?
So you can call him salad all you want, but the fact is nobody as hot as him would ever touch you. Like, maybe to poke you like that and go ew, but that's about it. She has shit with you playing in the background. Crichton smile. She talks about horoscopes and Scorpios and so on and being vengeful, but it's whatever. Therapy would not go amiss. Yeah. No, she's definitely not. We love a modest roast. Hi, Golden Girl. I'm not getting enough attention. Sorry, Fat Judy. She's obsessed. I know. Like,
No, she's just reacting on YouTube, same as anybody else, doing well, doing better than you in a lot of ways. You're the one that's upset about that.
yeah. Thanks, Snow Kitty. I want to use this soap now. But she has the personality of a turd floating in the toilet. So that's.
Oh, really? Interesting. You said that. Interesting you said that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Why am I pointing this out? Because I did a panel with Erie Pepperoni, and I was talking to the audience, and I said, watching Chantal, reacting to Chantal, it's like a bunch of people, meaning the reactors, lining up around a toilet bowl, and we have to make the turd floating in the toilet bowl interesting. That's our job. Chantal is the turd. All of us line up around the toilet bowl, and it's our job to make this turd interesting by describing the shape of the turd, how it smells, if it's floating to the left, if it's floating to the right. That's our job, describing this turd and making it interesting. And trust me, it's a task. And she just said that. Were you watching Erie Pepperoni's panel? Did you hear me say that, Chantal? That sting? It should, because it's true.
That's not ever going to happen anytime soon. Yeah. It isn't always jealousy. Sometimes people just love going for low and basic insults. Just because someone hates you doesn't mean they're jealous. No, they're definitely jealous. You can smell jealousy, just like Nadder and Doo-Doo. They're obviously
Yeah, well,
jealous.
then you reek of jealousy and envy and bitterness and spite.
Definitely Nadder. Like, he spends all his time raging against my husband, so who's like a way better man than him. And if he wasn't,
You spend all your time raging against everybody.
he wouldn't be raging.
Ate too slowly, so the potatoes got cold before I could finish them.
For sure. This community of Venom seems completely horrible to me. I'll never understand for what. How do they sleep? I don't know. In a Motel 6. Beside a big heaping ashtray of cigarette butts. That's all they do.
You know what, Chantal, you're back to rubbing your nose again. That's another tell. Lay off the powder, sis. Lay off the powder. Nothing good can come from it. Nothing good at all.
You can just leave it.
Look at her roll her eyes. He's just sitting there washing dishes, and she's so annoyed. Don't worry, Chantal. He'll be gone soon enough. This person that was your friend for 17 years, and you're rolling your eyes. Like, is he gone yet? Why is he still here?
Where's the Kleenex?
This is her attitude with everybody in her life. Her roommate, her family, her friends, her cats, just she's so self-absorbed. I'm going to capture that for another thumbnail. I'm in a thumbnail kind of mood. Yeah, let's do another thumbnail because that's a perfect look right there, Chantal. Really great. Love it. You're so photogenic, I must say, especially today when you're mad. But go ahead.
Waiting for me to leave?
No, I was waiting for you to finish turning on the using the water. Why is Chantal jealous of someone who's insecure who won't show themselves on camera? That's what I'm saying. Like, name one thing I would be jealous of. Like, it's insane.
A lot of things. You don't like the fact that she gets more viewers than you. Clearly, you pocket watch her because you're always talking about her views. I'm sure you watch her live stream and see all the super chats. You're jealous of it all. And here's another thing that's going to sting real bad, Chantal. French Fry Girl started her channel. Never once has she showed her boobs. Never once has she showed her private parts. Never once has she run around on camera in just her bra and pants. Never once has she come on camera and gorged herself stupid. No, you did those things. Never once has she come on camera high as a kite and acted the fool. You did all that. You chose to make that your content. And she makes more money than you. Yeah, let that sink in. Let it sink in real deep.
Insane. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Okay, I'm gonna go. I want to call Salah. Behind your back. Hello, hello. She's doing a video. Turn off the water. Yeah, like. Sure. Do you think his dance skills were a virtue of character? Yeah, I'm leaving Jackalope. I need to go do skincare on my face.
You know, if she was going to get a plane ticket to go back to Kuwait, wouldn't she be buying it now? Because, again, not being mean, Chantal has to buy 2 seats for her flight, which is very expensive. But the longer you wait for a flight, the more expensive it's going to be. And if you got to buy 2 seats, even more so. So why wouldn't she already have a return ticket?
Badly. I think they do actually flop. I've seen some. It's so weird. Hey, basic. Who's Judy? I'm missing
You
a
said you're going to leave. Leave.
joke.
Go away. End the stream. It's long enough. We've been going for over 2 hours.
Stay amazing, Miriam. Thank you, Freya. Do a hot cheese mask.
Bye, Chantal. Say goodbye, Chantal.
Yeah, we have to move out before I go back. I'm here to take care of all that stuff.
You're not taking care of anything. You've been at home. You've not done nothing.
All that crappy, mundane life crap. I had an idea. Can you use Canadian Tire money to pay?
Is she on yet? Okay, good. She ended. Nice. It's about time. I got dishes to do. I got things to do. Ah, I'm glad that's over. Sorry about the long react, y'all, but this is one of those things that I don't trust Chantal. I don't trust her. You're a reactor to Chantal. You cannot trust her to just do a stream and leave it up. She dirty deletes half the good stuff, more than half the good stuff. So again, sorry, no intro. We had to go straight into it. Hope you guys liked the react. If you did, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. And find me on Twitter at WildGirlSarah if you're on Twitter. Take care, everybody, and have a good one. Bye-bye.